Good evening. So this is for Module 9, my reflection. So the role of assistive technologies in the classroom is basically to help students in the classroom better, whether that is because of a physical disorder or injury, or if it's more mental. As assistive technologies I looked at this week, the most interesting or most applicable for my teaching area, honestly, I really liked the last three that I read about in the article: mobility, physical education, and environmental interaction. I chose those three because mobility, it encompasses a number of skills such as walking, using the stairs, and transferring from a wheelchair or other seating. Another example of this would be like a mouth stick. If you have a paraplegic in your classroom, they have a stick that they can hold in their mouth that allows them to, like on a tablet or computer, touch the appropriate buttons or whatever they need to on their tablet. There's also something called a head stick, works the same way as a mouth, but it's attached to their head. Physical education, the application of physical activity has many different technologies available to help students be successful. Specialized technology can adapt wheelchairs to allow students to swim, bike, or other things to participate with their peers. I also thought that like a prosthetic leg crutch, basically, it's not necessarily like a prosthetic leg. It's something that if you have something below the knee as an injury, you attach what looks like the bottom half of a crutch to your leg, and then the bottom part of your leg, because your knee's bent, sits back, but you're not, so you're balanced basically on your knee on the crutch, so it frees up your hands so that you're able to do whatever you need to do. For one, when I was in high school, I had a really bad ankle sprain and had to be on crutches. Getting my school lunch with crutches, not that fun to do, not very easy. We did, two of the buildings had elevators, the other ones had stairs. I think the stairs once, not a good mix. Just the elevators were kind of inconvenient. But had I had a leg crutch, yeah, it might not have been the most stable, but I would have been able to use the handrail and still go about my normal routine. I would have been able to carry on my school lunch, not have to have a friend help. Environmental interaction is the third one that I've picked. It's activities associated with daily living, like adjustable desks, alternative light switches, and switches for computers. There are also switches or like buttons. You can even get them like on an application on your iPad that can open your windows and doors just with the push of a button. So I found assistive technology for auditory processing disorders. Basically, it's whenever a student has a hard time hearing or understanding or comprehending. There are ways for a student to record the lecture. They can listen it to multiple times if they didn't comprehend it the first time. Noise canceling headphones cancel out background noise, especially when taking like a test, or like personal listening devices, PLDs. Students can hear teachers more clearly. The teacher wears a microphone, and everyone communicates with the earpieces. That way the student can hear what the teacher is saying more clearly. I found that on understood.org. The reason I found those three the most applicable for me is I would like to teach, from like preschool to like first grade, maybe second. And the grade school that I went to, as a little boy that had several disorders, mainly auditory. He had hearing aids, and a class slower than him also had a little boy that was in a wheelchair. And I think a lot of these would have helped in the classroom had the teachers at the time known about these. Like with the physical education part, You know, what they could have done is,
Mama.
not right now, sweetie, is like get a play swing for Lanny so that he could get in the swing with his wheelchair. I think that would have been really helpful to make him feel more a part of something instead of just having to sit there and watch everybody else play. Though the student staff are great, he never really felt left out. Kids always made sure to participate in sports that he was able to do. But I do think that this was a very interesting module, and I think that it will help me out in my classroom in the long run. Thank you.